Hi guys, it is Michelle and I am here with hopefully a quick video about my TBR for the upcoming readathon called the Under-Hyped Books Readathon. Now this is the brainchild of Charlotte at Ramblings of an Elfpire. I will put a link to her channel below. I will also link the GoodReads group for the readathon there as well. I participated in this readathon the first time it was held in July and I loved it. Of the 6 books that I read, I loved 5 of them. One of the books that I discovered on someone else's TBR for the readathon ended up being in the top 10 series of 2014 for me. So, love this readathon. Love it, love it, love it. I have 4 books that I have on my TBR. I won't get to all of them because this one, I'm in school. It's a very busy time for teachers, so I won't have as much time. But here are 4 books that I could possibly get to for the readathon. The first is called Lost Bodies by Francois Gantheray. This book was originally written in French and has been translated into English, but it is about a young woman whose lover is in kind of a prisoner camp in North Africa, and she does some questionable things to try to find out about his status, and unfortunately finds out that he's been dead for months. That's not a spoiler, that's in the synopsis on the back of the book. But as she's leaving the area, she bumps into another prisoner who has very recently escaped that camp, and so I'm assuming their lives intertwine, and I'm hoping it's kind of engrossing. Next on my list is A Time of Miracles by Anne-Laure Bondeau. I have read another book by this author, and I really enjoyed it. It's called The Killer's Tears. It had the weirdest premise I've ever heard. This premise is a little more normal, but there was just a feeling to her writing, and I'm hoping that it is recreated in this book. Essentially, this is about a woman who goes to a train wreck site in the Republic of Georgia, which used to be part of the Soviet Union when this story starts. And there she finds a woman who is dying and asks her to take care of her infant daughters. She really doesn't know much about this daughter at all, her history, anything. But she starts to raise her. Then the Soviet Union falls apart and they have to move, and so questions kind of come up as to what Blaze's history is, and it's just supposed to be a heartbreaking, heart-wrenching story, and it sounds fabulous to me. The next book I might read would be an ebook, and this was a recommendation that I got off of the book haul, one of the book hauls done by Charlotte, and that is The Guest Cat by Takashi Hirade. And he is a Japanese author, so this book again is translated into English. It's kind of a weird theme for this, but if you're trying to read more diversely, there you go, books that have been translated. This follows a couple who are in their 30s, and they, of course, live together, but they work at home, and they're copy editors, I believe. They don't really have a whole lot to say to each other anymore. They just kind of kind of quietly coexist. Well, one day this cat just barges into their kitchen and it leaves again, but then it comes back again and again, and they start to buy treats for it and food, and so it kind of becomes a bonding issue for them and a way to kind of rekindle their relationship and give them something in common to talk about. It's kind of close to my heart because I've seen the same kind of thing happen with my grandparents once upon a time, and I love cats, and my last cat passed away in December, so I'm kind of missing that what a cat can add to your life feeling, and so this book may just hit the spot perfectly timed for this readathon. And the last book on my list is actually a novella, and it's by a fellow booktuber named Beatrice Bugani. Her channel name is Books Over Looks. I will put a link to her channel below. I've watched her videos for a long time. She is young, but her reviews are so thoughtful, and if she really enjoys a book, she's going to give you plenty of reason to want to pick it up and read it. And when I found out she had written a novella, and in 2014 she kind of did a wrap-up and talked about that experience a little bit and put a link to the Amazon version of the book. So I, of course, was interested because I love her reviews. So I went over and read like the first 5 or 6 pages and I got kind of sucked in. So I am maybe going to get to this one during the Under-Hyped Books Readathon. Those are the 4 books that are on my list. I won't get to all of them because I'm busy, but I'll hopefully get to a couple of them and hopefully love them as much as I did from the July version of this readathon. Thank you so much, Charlotte, for hosting. Thanks for watching, everybody, and happy reading.